Think, hey, this person got it all together. I'm gonna pull on this person, not even knowing that that person needs to be, pulling on somebody else. So let's start off with self care. Self care will first be asking yourself a series of questions. Am I okay? You know,
Yeah. Okay.
from the very beginning.
Yeah, I just think it's
It's
flickering.
flickering. I see it from
Yeah,
over
it's
here,
just like
and it looks
come on.
tacky. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tacky.
So I was trying to like zoom. I'm just gonna zoom past y'all and it's not over. Okay.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's fine because we messed up a couple of times. I saw.
Or I could, yeah.
I was
maybe
fumbling
try to
over them
closer.
words. Y'all got me up here feeling self conscious about the damn hair.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just that it's flickering, and I just feel like it's taking over. It's still distracting.
Is it cut that fan off?
What? The fan ain't doing it.
I know,
You
but
hot?
won't you be able to hear the? I ain't had no more.
No, she recorded.
Oh, you
the
won't be able to hear the
every
fan?
week.
Oh,
Just talk to the
okay.
mic, you should be- That's also gonna pick up.
Okay.
You can talk forward to the mic, it's not gonna pick up nothing. You have to be, and then I would lower your mic or be talking.
Who, me?
Yeah. It's too much. It's coming too much of your face.
Oh,
Tilt it
okay.
down, and then put the mic up. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do it again. I'm sorry. I just turned the TV off. It was just annoying.
Is it still gonna do it when we do it this time?
I turned the TV off. I
No.
just zoomed in from the desk up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the TV's not gonna show.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the TV was showing it. It was. I was looking at it from over here.
Yeah. Yeah, the TV refresh rate is so
It's what? See it?
it's at 60 hertz. I'm going at 30 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna make like a. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
Let me just make sure. And focus.
Okay, so which one? You want to do the welcome? Or do you want me?
No, you can do it, and then I just come in
Okay,
behind you.
so and then when you start, don't start with more excitement also.
Okay, so what we need to talk about first?
You gotta welcome. You gotta when you.
Okay.
You know, when you welcome the people in,
Yeah.
you know, like kind of like not like enthusiastic. You would just like welcome, welcome, and you know, let people know that they're welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like welcome, welcome to the show. You know, not like welcome. You know. Okay. Okay.
Is it a glare on my glasses?
Um, yeah.
It is? Okay. Just all the way disaster. Okay. Let's go.
I think you're overthinking it. To be honest with you, he's gonna be more natural with it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Oil and Water Show. We are back.
Welcome, 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 everyone.
We're back for another season of the Oil and Water Show. We are delighted on tonight, to be back with each and every last one of you. Listen, we came back to keep it 100. We came back to not sweep anything under the rug, but to give it to you straight.
So let's begin.
Listen, so, Monica, you just made me mess up. Cause what the hell? Tell my let's begin.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so, welcome to the Oil and Water Show. We have a lot to talk about. We are back in this thing. Me and D. That sounds, that was corny, wasn't it? Was that going? Me and
Oh
D?
no, it's all right. It's all right. Listen, you all. You know, we took a season off from the Oil and Water Show, but we are back. Each and every last one of you are tremendously blessed to have made it through 2020. 2020 has been a year. Let me tell you, a year of emotional and unstable.
Just say damn depressing. Okay?
I mean, all of the above due to COVID, okay? But listen, we have a lot to discuss. We
We do.
Y'all can't miss out. Don't
No,
miss out.
no.
We back. We back in full effect.
Don't miss an episode. I'm telling you, because we got so much coming. Man, we got some great stuff that we're gonna cover in this season. You know, we have been through a lot. Hey, we survivors. We're here. 2021. Man, I'm ecstatic about it.
I'm excited. I'm excited. You know how we rolling into 2021.
Man, and Bentley Coops.
What be like?
Say.
Like, listen, we coming into 2021 with a bang. We kicking the door in, okay?
Man,
so
look here
listen,
with
if you
boots
listening
on.
to us, know that we bringing you into 2021 with us as we kick in the door of 2021. I don't know about anybody else, but 2020 has caused people to revamp their business, has caused people to bring dreams and visions out of their closets, to manifest that thing, to pursue purpose and all of the above. Okay, so listen, while you're doing that, you gotta make sure you're taking care of you as well, okay?
And that falls under self-care.
Yes.
So that's some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today on the show.
Yes.
And mental health. You know,
Man.
that's been a great thing. 2020, you know, depression is on the high.
Yes,
you
it
know,
is.
People have been losing a whole lot of their family members and everything like that. So it's really been a struggle with everyone to try to keep, you know, insane, you know, keep the sanity, you know, here, because it's so much going. COVID, you know, it took a lot of lives. You know, it really took a lot of lives this year. You know, well, 2020.
COVID did that.
You know,
COVID did that.
But guess what? We're here. We're survivors. Yes, you do hear me. I said we are survivors.
Yes.
That's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about today. You know, surviving COVID and, you know, having the mindset to pull ourselves out, you know, because having COVID-19, the coronavirus, I mean, some people just, you know, they fell in and just, you know, just died. You know what I'm saying? It's not like...
But I think it's a mind thing. Like, I think... And a lot of people... I'm not sure. Some people may agree with me. And, you know, some may not. But COVID tends to attack not only your organs, but also, like, your mind.
It's like, your mental state.
Yeah, your mental state. COVID would have you thinking that you're literally getting ready to check up out of here on day one.
To die.
Like, literally, COVID... I mean, and they don't talk about this in the news, but COVID does something to the mind. You know what I'm saying? It really and truly does.
It does a lot to your body, period. You know, Dee was speaking of, you know, what it does to your organs. I know my own experience with COVID. I still have to go get my heart checked. I have to get my liver enzymes checked. I have to go and, you know, I mean, like everything, blood pressure, diabetes. I mean, my whole body just seemed like it just started going through a whole lot of stuff that I didn't have no issue with before COVID-19 attacked my body. So these are things that I have to deal with, you know, for the rest of my life. You know, going to a heart specialist to get your heart checked. I mean, this thing really attacks your organs. People.
Yes, it does.
So y'all keep wearing these masks. If that's what they're saying, wear the mask. You know, wash your hands. I don't care how dry your hands, get lotion. You know what I'm saying? You have to get these things because you don't want to check up out of here with whatever this disease is or whatever this thing, you know, that's attacking everyone's lives here today. You know, so, but those are some of the things that you have to deal with once you get rid of COVID. You still have to go and get checked. You know, you still have to go through the constant checks. But you know what?
Body. I think with COVID, there's a lot of stuff that we have to do that's mandatory for us to do right now. We should have been doing anyway. People, listen, y'all should have been washing y'all hands. You know what I'm saying? Coming in and out the restroom, wiping down doors, cleaning house, and things of that nature. So COVID has forced people to do stuff that, you know, they don't normally do because this is not something that's an everyday priority of theirs. But now, as we enter in or getting ready to discontinue this season of COVID, hopefully because now they have a vaccine and things of that nature. I'm just not really sure about that vaccine and going on. But I'm just saying that even now, you know, you still got to go and you got to clean up and you got to do things of that nature. But overall, you have to look at your internal and external self. Like right now, it's every man for himself. And so you have to start dealing with your self-care, starting with your mind. Okay? So not many people start there. Oftentimes we seek out others to try to get clarity about what's going on with us, internal and external, when in fact we need to come to terms with what it is that we're dealing with. And so I think during the season of COVID forced us to stay in the house. COVID forced us to look in the mirror.
It's whack, man. I'm telling you.
So you talking about some mental health, and you got to look at the same person every day. Like,
well, damn, D, you look at yourself every day anyway, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you look at yourself every day. But when you're talking about mental health, you really got to look in the mirror. Look, I'm looking at a mirror right now. Okay, I mean, y'all looking at me, but I'm just saying, you know, like I'm looking at a mirror right now, and so I'm saying,
I'm actually looking at Sid.
So you might not like what it is that you see. And so sometimes, you know, that calls for self-evaluation,
that means
which COVID has caused us to look at that. You don't think so?
I think that's part of some part of a mental problem.
It is part of a mental, but the mental health part of it goes with self-care. So if you're not able to identify and be honest about where you are in life or your thought process at the moment, how do you overcome mental health? How do you even deal with mental health? I mean, that's what I'm saying, a self-evaluation. COVID has caused us to have a self-evaluation of our own selves. How are you eating? Listen, I had COVID and pneumonia, and I didn't eat. I think I ate what? I think grapes and maybe some soup only 2 times out of 14 days.
I didn't go through that though. See, that's something. I had no fever. I didn't lose my taste, smell, none of that. I didn't go through that. This was I don't know what strain. It is different strands of this stuff. That's what's crazy.
No.
Now they're saying that the COVID stuff is mutated. Mutated? What? You know,
but I don't think it's different strands. I think it has to do with the person. So like, for example, the body. So it takes a different toll on different people. So let's just say, like, I have a vitamin D deficiency. I don't even take my vitamin D pills like I should. COVID hit me so hard, I thought I was finna check up out of here. I'm trying to up insurance policies and everything. You know what I'm just saying? It takes a different toll if you take vitamins.
I think she lost her faith. It wasn't mental health. It was the faith that was lost.
But that deals with mental health. Anything concerning your mind is geared towards mental health. If you lost your faith, you lost your way. What that means that your thought process has totally shifted.
But D, let me tell you, I did more crying. I did more crying because I was so used to being around my children. You know, and I had to separate my household. You know, 4 of us had COVID and the rest didn't have it, you know. So, I mean, it was crazy. 3 of my daughters had it and me. You know what I'm saying? My husband, my other daughter, they didn't have it. And so it was like after I got tested, and then the rest of the children, go get everybody, the whole house got tested, and like I didn't know what was going on. This was like a whole day had went by. I was working, painting, and doing all kind of stuff, and then my body just, I was in excruciating pain. I laid there, and I thought it was something else, but I literally laid on the couch for 2 days, and then decided to get up. Let me go drive myself to the emergency room because I didn't think that was
I wish
COVID.
I could. I wish.
Yeah, I didn't think that was COVID, but yeah, I'm serious. I'm literally, my mind wasn't on. I had to turn the TV off. If you turn that TV off, I'm telling you, you'll be good, because everything on the TV at the time that I had COVID in August, COVID this, died this, refrigerated trucks for dead bodies, that same shit. Damn. Bam. Just let me be great. Let me overcome all of this crazy stuff.
But that also falls into depression too. Like, you're literally looking at stuff, and you're like,
I literally
like on TV, and you're saying, okay, really?
I had
like,
to turn the TV off.
Is this what we gonna see every day?
Right. And I was like, Dad, and he was like, Monica, look, turn the TV off. Don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
But some of us, like, I live for CNN. Let's see it in. Shout out.
She's trying to get points with CNN.
Yeah.
She live for CNN.
Hey.
Look at you.
Hey. No, I'm just playing. But no, seriously though, like CNN, like I love CNN. And then, like some people be like, girl, you can find out all the information with Derlin, because Derlin be on CNN. She be watching it.
If she say CNN one more time, I'm gonna call the newsroom.
But no, seriously though, the TV can be a little depressing. What you see on TV can be a little depressing. But I have to say though, COVID made people man up. It is what it is. Yeah. At the end of the day, when COVID hit, everybody had to think of a plan B.
They sure True did come up with them, because I started making T-shirts.
Y'all know about that all that water.
I started making T-shirts from the house.
You think of a plan B. Like, that's just like, I've been in healthcare 17 years. And revenue cycle management, managing 30 people, went from 30 people down to 3 people. You're talking about a whole team now on unemployment. You're talking about a job shutting down. And then what did I do? I pulled something out the back of a closet. And I said, you know what? I like fashion. Let me open up a boutique. Bam, boom, here go the boutique. So here's my plan B. So then here's my plan C, and all of those good things. But COVID made people man up. COVID made you do a self-evaluation, examination of yourself and your life.
COVID made you figure out if you had hustle in you or not. That's what COVID did.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because a lot of stuff, the same thing, I've been doing clothes since, 2004? But, that wasn't just what I couldn't just hold on to that. But I was thinking, and I'm going to tell y'all one thing it did. My anxiety level was out the roof. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In 2018, I lost my son, and I had not been back on my own platform since 2018. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I started the foundation. I started doing working the foundation, doing everything, for my son, to stay busy. That's another thing we need to talk about too on the Oil and Water Show, is dealing with grief and dealing with death of loved ones, because especially in 2020, I know everybody lost somebody, during 2020. It's no words for how, we had to go through things in 2020. I think, how many family members we lose? Like 6? We lost.
I don't know. I lost count. I'm not trying to be funny, but
though. But seriously,
literally, like our family has
lost,
experienced
like at least 6 to 10 people,
like a lot of loss this season.
I mean, back to back, and I couldn't deal with everybody. I couldn't go to everybody. God bless my family. I just I can't deal with a lot of death because I'm still dealing with the death of my son. So it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Personal, but in 2020 with when the COVID hit, I lost my grandmother. I lost my grandfather. Well, I lost my grandfather first. Well, actually in 2020, yes, it was my grandpa first, then my grandmother, then two aunts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was crazy. A cousin. It was just back to back to back to back.
But I think that 2020 has really been the year where we had to look back at how we handle things. How we would have normally handled things is not how we would have did it in 2018 or 2017. Like, we were forced to really like mature and grow up really fast regarding how we respond to different stuff.
Right.
So like, when have you ever seen it where people are well known and then they die and you're not even able to have a funeral? When they put your loved one in a black body bag and with hospital clothes on and put them in the ground and don't embalm them due to COVID because nobody wants the exposure of COVID. So I mean, I'm like so serious when I say right now, when we're dealing with mental health,
that's all mental. Because if you just think of how a person lived their life happy, and then the way that they had to be put away, you know what I'm saying? That takes. I mean, it really does something to you mentally because you're thinking, oh, my grandmother wouldn't have never did that. My grandmother wouldn't have never, had to be put away like that, or. She none of her friends could see her or something. You know what I'm saying? It was, you deal with. I'm telling you, it's been crazy. So a lot of things that we have to deal with, for as self-care is, like you said, self-evaluation and seeing if certain things that's coming for 2021. If you're mentally stable to even be there, you know what I'm saying? In that moment, that particular thing that you want to do in 2021, reevaluate yourself and make sure that you can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get into nothing in 2021 if your mindset is still in 2020. Don't do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're going to create a whole nother problem. You know what I'm saying? That I really do think that a lot of us are suffering from us, I guess I'm going to call it the oppression from 2020. You know what I'm saying? Because see, some people jump out here and just say, oh, I'm finna go open up a business 2021.
Well, you know what? Like, I think that 2020 has caused people to come up with a plan of survival. That it is what it is. At the end of the day, when you think about unemployment, when you think about the amount of people that's in the food lines looking for food, when you think of somebody who was making $80K a year and they got to go get unemployment, they're only getting $154 a week. I'm like dead serious right now. Like, this year has caused people to, one, man up, two, take self-evaluation of everything in your household, everybody connected to you, and then where's your mental state? And sometimes we go and we go and we go, and then we tell people, hey, I'm the strong one, come to me, I'll pray for you and I'll do this. Not in this season, I need help. You need to be the one to say, at the end of the day, I'm not okay. I need help. I'm struggling in this area. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has to, when you're dealing with self-care, you're dealing with mental health, and then you're dealing with change. Like there is so much change, and then you have to adapt to every area. Especially when you got kids.
Right. Especially, yeah, correct. We have to look at the way we're going to think now since we're in a whole new year. You know, I'm thinking no one will be the same. This has changed when I say I'm absolutely,
it ain't changed some people.
Yes,
let me tell you, no, it ain't changed some people. Let me tell you something. And y'all that's listening to us out here, listen. If you still walking around here with bitterness and beef and being petty, then clearly ain't nothing hit your household yet, okay? Or ain't nothing hit your life. Because I'm telling you,
you don't have time.
When the storm comes, it'll shift your whole mindset of how you see things, how you treat people, and all of that good stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be careful about what you partake in. You know, a lot of people don't understand like that aspect of it is that COVID should have changed everybody's life. If it changed your credit, it should have changed your life. I'm just saying, because I don't know about nobody else, but COVID, I mean, we may have been in a crisis, but COVID was somewhat of a blessing. Now, we can't sit here and just say COVID did this and COVID did that, because COVID has made a way, you hear me? COVID done gave somebody a path.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Right. So, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. So, stay tuned.
Just count down 10 seconds.
All right, we back, y'all. So listen, before we took this break, we was talking about
self-care.
We was talking about mental health. We were talking about COVID and the blessing.
Yes, the oppression from 2020. But the last thing we were talking about was how COVID
has been a blessing.
It kind of made a path. It is a pandemic, and it did cause a lot of, grief to some. But how many of y'all still in y'all houses? How many of y'all still got your cars? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all bought cars during COVID? I'm just saying, COVID wasn't all that bad if you survived it. If you survived it, it wasn't all that bad.
And if you use your resources properly, that's another thing too. Even as we step into talking about personal goals, leaving out of 2020 and going into 2021, depending on how you use resources that have been provided. Listen, at the end of the day, we all got bills. We've always had bills. You will forever have bills until the day you die, okay? Bills ain't going nowhere. But at the end of the day, you got to think, how was the path set? Like, what ways were made in order for you to advance during COVID? Like, some of us, we may not be employed like in our regular profession that we went to school for, or that you got your degree for, or things of that nature. But look what God has done even in the midst of your business. Look at the extra money that has come in. How have you applied that? You get what I'm saying? Like, look at the amount of people who went from a credit score of 500 up to a 700 who ain't never been at a 700 before. Now they can go out and get a business loan. Think about the amount of business loans and grants that have hit your hands and things of that nature. So at the end of the day, we can't mishandle our season of COVID, because COVID has taught us a lot. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You get what I'm saying? But going into 2021, you got to have a whole nother mindset. You got to come into 2021 kicking the door down and saying, you know what? This vision is working for itself. And that's what you want to do. When you talk about personal goals, what are your personal goals like for yourself and for your business? Like, where do you see your business in the next 3 months? Not the next 5 years, not the next 10 years. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 months? Like, what have you set in place to help you accomplish this goal? And then let me tell y'all something. Y'all be careful how y'all treat people. Y'all, like, I'm telling you, during the season of COVID, you can't afford to mistreat or mishandle anybody, because you never know when you're going to need somebody else. I mean, COVID has caused people to gather. Look at Facebook. What everybody do this Christmas? Everybody, got together in pajamas, took family pictures. We have never saw so many family photos ever. Like, I've never saw that many. And to me, that says something. That's like saying, you know what? I need to, spend more time with my family.
Respect life.
I need to respect life. I need to respect others and things of that nature. Like, we can't even afford. Y'all don't even know where people at right now. Like, don't walk up to nobody and be like, go to hell. Even if you feel like saying it,
oh my God,
like, you can't say it because you don't know the state of mind of an individual. Like, you don't know where people are in their households. You don't know where people are in life at the end of the day. You just got to find something else that is going to empower other people, that's going to push them to their next level, encourage them, and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, it did stop us from spending a lot of time with family members. Don't let your mask be your muzzle. You know what I'm saying? Because in this season right now, you got to open your mouth. You're going to have to speak. And I'm the one that I'm saying this because this is something that I have to do now. You know what I'm saying? Not making mockery of the mask and stuff like that, but I'm saying don't allow that mask to keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? For 2021, because it is somebody out there, that needs to hear you, that needs to, they need to hear what you got to say. But if you sit there all shut up, you know what I'm saying, and not wanting to talk and not being transparent with somebody, you're not going to make it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, we're on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
You're on a whole nother level right now. This ride is, hey, you're going to have to get in and you're going to have to drive. Because right now, like I said, a lot of people are struggling with different, mental health issues and stuff like that. And, I mean, do your self-care, do your self-checks. I mean, if it takes for you to have to take medication, take your medication.
Self-check.
Yeah, don't
right
not,
here.
huh?
Check your pulse.
Don't just not take medication because somebody tell you, no, you don't want to get on that. You do. Everybody is different. You do what's going to help you. You know what I'm saying? So go to the doctor. Go to a psychiatrist. Go wherever you need to go.
Oh, let me say this too.
Get yourself together.
I don't know. In the black community, we have a problem with sitting on people's couches and telling people, hey, we struggling. Y'all hear me? Look at me. Look at me in my eyes. Do y'all hear me? Listen, sometimes as a black woman and a black man, you need a counselor. You need a counselor. You hear me? You need to go sit on somebody's couch and tell them, I'm not okay. My name is so-and-so, and I am not okay.
Check on your people also, because everybody ain't okay. They may look. They may look.
You hear me? Like, be over here like with the look, and at the end of the day, you ain't feeling what you're feeling. You get what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, I'm telling you, everybody it's not what. Hey, it can be real deceiving to the eye, because it's a lot of people that you see on Facebook, on social media, your Snapchats. Hey, they going through hell and hot water right now.
Jesus.
So check on your people. Don't just sit there and let these people discern. Y'all gotta have some discernment around y'all.
Yeah, y'all ain't got no discernment.
And y'all family members and y'all homeboys and y'all homegirls. Because everybody ain't on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Somebody just told me, oh, I got a phone call. Let me tell y'all about this. I got a phone call last week. My homeboy called me and said I died 2 times this week. No lie.
That he died?
He died 2 times last week.
Jesus.
He didn't know nothing. He was trying to tell them what was going on with him. And then he told me, say, Mo, I kept it, I lied to y'all. And I didn't know why my homeboy called me like that, but I get those kind of phone calls sometimes, and it's really strange. But yeah, he told me he died 2 times last week, and I was like, really?
In his sleep?
No. He went to the hospital. He was in the hospital on Christmas Day. I was laying in the bed. He called, and he was in the hospital.
But listen,
and he told me that he died 2 times.
Like, okay, now
So
now
you
what
have to check on your people.
now what I'm about to say, might step into, something a little spiritual. But let me tell y'all something. Spirits, demons, all of that stuff is real. When you be having out of body experiences,
I have them all the time.
and you be dealing with people and dealing with stuff and having these dreams, and you feel like it's deja vu and things of that nature, like that is not nothing to be playing with. Like that is for real. That is an internal warning for yourself to prepare you for somewhere that you're getting ready to walk into at the end of the day. Like some of y'all, may not really believe that, but I'm telling you, let me just tell y'all this. So not many people knew that I had COVID and that I had developed pneumonia. I had pneumonia in both lungs, okay? And so the week before I had pneumonia, my father called, and my father was like, 6 a.m. in the morning, get up, walk around your house, go pray. Pray in every room. Lay your hands on your kids. Go do it now. Hung up the phone. No explanation. That would have spooked some of y'all out. Because some of y'all ain't got no discernment. You know what I'm saying? That would have spooked y'all out and been like, what the world, what's finna happen? Then I called my dad back. No, I take that back. He called me back at 7 a.m. and said, did you do what I said? I said, yeah, I did it because I was already up at 5, restless in my sleep. So he tells me death was on your street.
Wow.
Death was getting ready to knock on your door.
That's crazy.
Now, this is the word that he gives. Exactly 1 week from the time he gives the word, I drop ill with COVID. I'm in my kitchen, and I'm severely dehydrated out of nowhere.
And it'll do that. COVID will dehydrate you.
Asking for water because I'm dehydrated. You all, if I tell you that night I had a temperature. I had a temperature of like
105.
106. Body couldn't move nothing. 3 days later, I developed a cough. Some said, get up and go to the emergency room right now. Some of y'all would have said, I ain't going nowhere. Listen, you gotta listen to your inner man sometime. If your inner man say don't make a right, don't make a right. If your inner man say don't make a left, don't make a left.
Right.
And so when I went to the hospital, by the grace of God, I'm telling you, I had a doctor that walked in. That man looked at me and said, you shall live and not die. I don't know this man from Adam and Eve. You hear me? But sometimes before you walk up in a hospital, sometimes you got to, pray, because you know what they saying. Everybody out here killing everybody. But pray that you get your anointed nurse or anointed doctor. If I tell you that doctor said, ma'am, you got COVID, you got pneumonia, but I'm going to send you home. But this is what you go do. You go keep your faith and you go follow my instructions. Y'all, it took me a whole month to get over COVID. Took me a whole month. But let me tell you what it also did. It taught my 17-year-old daughter some strength and made her be responsible and held accountable, because mama couldn't fix dinner no more. Mama couldn't get out the bed to take a shower no more. Y'all ain't hearing nothing I'm saying. I couldn't do none of that. And as much as I kept telling my daughter, don't come in the room, you go get sick, you go get COVID. You know what my child said? And y'all better hope that one day y'all kids is baby have some wisdom like this, because you're going to need somebody to bury you, just like our parents are going to need someone to bury them, because we all got to take that walk one day. But my daughter looked at me and she said, as long as you sick, I'm sick. Now, y'all ain't heard nothing I said. So you talk about going through 2020 and experiencing some stuff and dealing with some stuff like that ain't even a half of it, because exactly a month later, my daughter was in a bad car accident and was supposed to die. Literally. So you talk about going through 2020, experiencing, dealing with mental health, dealing with depression, having a wake-up call, having to face reality of life. Like, I'm just telling you, going into 2021, we ain't going into 2021 with a bunch of pettiness, with a bunch of bitterness. Like, if you hurt me in 2020, I forgive you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you, and all that other kind of stuff.
Keep your ass away from me. I told y'all it's oil and water. So
I'm telling you.
You choose.
I mean, I just want to give it to y'all straight though. Just take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all do something different in 2021. We don't have no choice. You got to go out here and get it. Yeah. Secure the bag. Do everything that you want to do, but you got to really secure the bag. We can't be on Facebook talking about this, and this, and this.
Who cares?
This, and all this. Really go out here and get it. Have something.
You have to have something. I mean, you gotta be strong enough to overcome the pettiness. You know, people gonna test you. You're gonna be tested. There will be tests. There will be trials. So all you have to do is overcome all of that. You know, trust the process and keep going.
Yes.
You know, so this has been a great segment on
it sure has
COVID and our transparencies with our lives and our family business. I mean, y'all gonna get a lot of that, you know, throughout the Oil and Water show. We'll have some guests on here. Sometimes some out of town, some on Zoom, some live in studio. But we do pray that the pandemic go away. But I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going from pandemic to pandemonium. So I'm not trying to hear nothing and nobody. Nothing will stop me. Nothing.
And tell somebody my prices are my prices.
Say, and my
business
work
is my business.
Work. So don't play. Ain't no discounts in this business.
It sure ain't. Make sure. Look.
Say.
The producer over here he gave us one of them church fingers. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, y'all need to stay connected with us. Connect with Big Mouth Radio on Instagram and Facebook, Big Mouth Radio Network. You can find the website on Facebook and on Instagram. Listen, we will have more of this. Look for us every Monday. Every Monday at 8 p.m., you will see us live and in full effect. You all be blessed. It was a pleasure being with each one of you all on tonight. May something that we said on tonight you take with you and you go and pursue all and get all and secure that bag in 2021.
And you will recover all in 2021. Believe that.
Yes. All in water.
And we're signing off.